Hi, this is Destiny Pinon and Diana Baez showing the Batman curve plotted in MATLAB. So here's a picture that we were able to create showing the different colors of the Batman curve, which we have the program for that in the following slides. You can see that it's painted in different colors to help show the different equations that were used to create the formula. So this first slide here creates boundaries for the actual program itself, as well as it defines a function which will be used later in a separate program. So the function being defined is y and underscore kernel equals Batman EQ x. Alright, so the first equation here shows the black part on the Batman curve, which was the outer part of the wings. And then the second equation down at the bottom shows the red part of the Batman equation, which is the bottom part of the symbol. And then the first equation on this slide is what was shown in green, which is the part of his ears that went up on the outer side. And then the second equation here is the blue part of his ears, which were the pointy part of his ears. And then the yellow line is a straight line that went across the blue lines to show where the two ears connected. Right, and the final equation was the magenta line, which was the part of the curve that connected the head to the outer wings. And so
curve program, we had to put it into another program in order to create all of the colors. And so as you can see at the first few, the positive y, negative y, positive y, positive x, negative x, it is creating boundaries that will allow certain colors to not go further of certain places. Afterwards, we see the kernel color map, which is where the colors for the equation came from. And the order that the kernels are set up are the order that they were in the previous program, which was the Batman curve. So as we can see here, this is the program for the first picture, which we saw in the first slide. We see that there's a star, which is what this picture was drawn out of. If we could take a closer look, we could see stars. And this will just create further boundaries. As you can see, some of them say negative y added flag equals false, which means that if a certain equation goes past this, it will not show on the picture. After this, for figure 2, we see that there's only 2 plots because the picture for figure 2 was plotted only with 2 lines. They are both different colors, and we will be able to see them in the further slides in a picture. For figure 3, which was probably our favorite one, we actually made what we thought was exactly what the Batman logo looks like. And what we did was we made the background black, which is defined by white BG, parentheses figure 3, comma black, and black is what gave it its color. And at the end we put fill, and at the end you see a Y in quotation marks, which is what gives it the color yellow. And after we ran this program in MATLAB, we got the following pictures.
Alright, so this is again the same picture that we saw on the first slide. It's showing the different equations that were used in the Batman equation to create the actual symbol in itself. And as you saw that Diana mentioned, if you get an up close look, you can see that it was painted almost by a star tip paintbrush.
Sorry. The following picture, which was the second code that I mentioned, as I said, it's done by 2 lines. The top one is the blue, the bottom one is the orange. And just like in the code, obviously, the first plotted line is the blue, the second plotted line was the orange. And this is a lot simpler than the first one because it's done with 2 lines, and it obviously carries less code. And then for the third one, which is what we were talking about, which was our favorite one, as you can see, it is filled with yellow and the background is black. And using the white BG is what created the black background. And fill allowed us to create the inside yellow. Ta-da!